Inside Out is presented by HTC. This is life. Connect with it. And Magnolia's at 26th for good old-fashioned Southern comfort food where Mama eats. Along with the McGuire Law Firm. Be kind today and tomorrow.
Hi friends, welcome to another edition, another great hour of Inside Out. This month we're going to be featuring beautiful Brookgreen Gardens, the American Red Cross, the Horry County Solid Waste Authority, Kind Keeper Animal Rescue, and we're going to get a tasty dish from one of my favorite chefs, Tom Mullally with Strand Catering. But after all of us being closed up in the house for weeks, I thought it was great that we kind of got out on the water. Don't you think that's a good idea? So let's meet up in North Myrtle Beach with our friends from J&L Kayaking. Joining us now is Justin Summerall, and he and his wife Lori own J&L Kayaking right across from North Myrtle Beach High School, and they want you to go kayaking with them. And I sure wish I was kayaking with you right now instead of having to FaceTime this interview. It would be so much more fun to be on the water. So tell me first about the business, because I know you're a veteran. How did you get into this, Justin?
So yes, I am a veteran. 17 years and counting in the Navy. So water is in my blood. I'm a Florida native, grew up surfing and kayaking my whole life, and moved here to Myrtle Beach in 2005 and started kayaking the waters out here just alone. And in 2008, Lori and I, we experienced a lot of the downcline in the economy just like everybody else did, and had to get creative. And so we decided to give life to J&L Kayaking. I would come out here and research the tides and research the water. And 2009, we officially opened and started doing full-service kayak tours. We started with 2 kayaks, and now we are grown into a fleet of kayaks with 6 employees, or 6 guides that we have. And these guides are very well trained, very professional, and we offer guided kayak tours to Wadey's Island out here off the coast of Cherry Grove. We also do marsh maze kayak adventures, which are a fun, thrilling adventure through the salt creeks out here in Cherry Grove. They offer a lot of twists and turns and fun challenges that are easy enough even for the beginner, but it gives you that feeling of triumph once you finish the trip. Our Wadey's Island tour is one of our popular ones for the family. We take about a 45-minute paddle to get out to the island. And once we're out there, you get to stay for an hour on the island. Your guide walks with you and finds all sorts of neat things that usually get overlooked by the common eye. And one of our newest tours is becoming very popular, which is our Marsh Sunset Tour. Also, we have our Twilight Tour. Those two are very similar, but there is a little bit of difference in them. The Sunset Tour actually comes back at last light. So we launch just before the sunset. And as the sun begins to set, we pull out our colorful lanterns that have been growing in popularity. And we paddle back towards the ramp as the sun continues and the sky becomes cotton candy. For our Twilight Tours, we actually come back late into the dark part of the night. With the lanterns and the moonlight illuminating the way with the guide.
Can people rent their own kayaks if they want to go out by themselves for a romantic sunset cruise?
They sure can. We do offer rental service as well. Our rental service is full service, meaning that we do deliver and pick up the kayaks for you right here at the Cherry Grove boat ramp. We provide everything you need for your kayak adventure, including the kayak, your paddle, your jacket. We also offer a dry bag so that you can take your keys and your phones with you, which we do encourage our guests to bring their phones for safety. That way, if they need us or anything like that, they can just give us a call and we can come right out to where they are. I've been, like I said, paddling this water for a long time, and wherever you get lost, I can come find you. Now,
tell me about the critters that you find out there. That's the most important thing people want to know.
Absolutely. That is always the most thrilling part of the adventure, is getting that hands-on experience with some of the marine life out here. On Wadey's Island, there's abundance of interesting crabs and shells and sand dollars and all sorts of stuff that we find out there. This offers our guests a hands-on experience, as the tour guides are quite well at wrangling up ghost crabs or fiddler crabs and even the hermit crabs along the shoreline. Our guests can touch them and hold them. Of course, we always release them at the end. We want them to stay in their natural habitat. But those are a lot of the animals that we can find on the beach. One of my favorites is getting up close and personal with our coastal birds, primarily our wading birds, our great blue herons, our snowy egrets, great egrets, tricolored herons, and green herons. Those are very neat to watch, and they're often territorial of their hunting ground. So they allow us to get much closer than a lot of the other birds, and we can observe them as they're in their hunting habitat, catching fish right out of the water. Another variety of birds that we like to watch are our black skimmers, our oyster catchers. We get very close to a lot of these species out here as we paddle by.
Justin, I also saw on your website that you have a membership club that locals will certainly love because it's a deal for the entire year.
It is a big deal. Our membership program was just founded on the concept that we wanted to give back to the community without, so to speak, profiting from the community. What we do is we charge a very low annual fee for our membership. And Lori and her expertise, she schedules 4 to 6 trips a month that are specifically designed just for the members. These members get to come out and experience kayaking whenever they want to sign up for any of those trips, and we offer a variety of locations for our members. So our members don't always kayak in Cherry Grove. We offer our kayaking trips for the members in Murrells Inlet up to Brunswick County and North Carolina, the Waccamaw River. We offer a very wide variety for them. So for that one low membership fee, they can get up to 52 plus trips a year that they have available to sign up for. The great part about that membership is you don't need your own equipment to do the trip. You can use our equipment. Some of our members prefer their own equipment, but the equipment that you sign up for on your trip is included with that membership fee. So we come out, we bring the kayaks, we unload them, we get them ready, and all our members have to do is just show up and go kayaking.
And I would imagine right now, with some people still social distancing, this is such a great outdoor experience. I mean, let's face it, you can be in a kayak by yourself, or you can be with the person you love, and you've probably been with them for the past 2 months anyway. So it's still a great social distancing activity.
It is a great activity for social distancing. And of course, we are being very sensitive to the environment that we are in right now. And we encourage that 6 foot or greater. Our kayaks are 12 feet long for the majority, which definitely helps us keep that 6 foot distance. We also, as a normal habit, we always keep our kayaks and our equipment clean and disinfected as well. So we always maintain a Lysol, and after each trip, we wipe our kayaks down, the jackets down, and the paddles down. And that's just a normal practice for us, just to prevent any kind of transference of infections or anything.
One of the best lines on your website was this: explore, play, and laugh together. And I just think, why wouldn't everyone want to do that with their family? So I hope that people will be visiting with you and stopping into your business or giving you a call, checking out your website, and go kayaking. This is the best time of year, isn't it?
It sure is.
Any final words from you, my friend?
Yeah, I'm just ready to kayak. I'm glad that we're able to come out here and have this adventure together. And I look forward to meeting a lot of new people, because this is my one true passion, is to share my knowledge and my experience with our guests.
Hey, Chuck and I will be out there real soon. It's going to be certainly better to be out there with you than FaceTiming with you, my friend Justin. Thanks.
I agree strongly.
Thank you so much, and we'll see you on the water.
Okay.
One of my favorite chefs is coming up next on Inside Out.
No matter where the day takes me, HTC provides the high-speed internet services I need. HTC delivers faster speeds, 24/7 local tech support, and free in-home Wi-Fi right here to Horry and Georgetown counties. As trusted community members serving up world-class internet service, I know HTC will keep my family connected to what matters most. Because you are here, and so are we.
High-speed internet starting at 100 megabits per second. Call today.
HTC. This is life. Connect with it.
When I first started this show, I chose my very favorite chef in town to be our first chef guest, and that was Tom Mullally. Well, now 8 years later, I'm finally getting him back. Now, my goodness, I would have had him just about every month, but you know, that's not fair to the other chefs. This is Tom Mullally. I first met him when he moved to town many, many moons ago. He teaches at Horry Georgetown Technical College, but he owns his own catering business called Strand Catering. How's it going, Tom? Is the business booming?
Hey, Diane, how are you, girl?
Great.
Always a pleasure. And thank you for the invite back. 8 years later on Inside Out. Great stuff. But as you can tell, you know, the coronavirus has affected things, but we're staying positive, keeping our spirits up. You know, the catering's naturally slowed down a little bit. But as weeks and months progress, it gets a little busier and busier. The phone starts ringing. So if I can ever bring the restaurant to your home, please let me know. And I've been in catering business for 15 years, and I've been chef instructor at our Culinary Arts College for 21 years. As long as they keep eating, I'll be just here.
Well, we're all going to be eating, honey. And I wish I was there to eat what you're getting ready to make, because I've seen many of your videos on Facebook, and I drool every time. What are you doing for us today?
All right, we're going to keep it nice and light and healthy, because again, we're in summer and the months are getting a little warmer. So we are going to start off with some New Bedford sea scallops. New Bedford sea scallops are actually from my neck of the woods, New Bedford, Massachusetts. They have the largest scallop plant in the country. And check this out. We love to grill and keep it light. We're going to do grilled, fresh, local shrimp. I got the shrimp and scallops from Seven Seas down Merle's Inlet, one of our local purveyors. The boats are just a half a mile away from their shop, so it's nice and fresh, nice and local during this coronavirus, trying to help everybody out. And, we love the relationship that us chefs have with farmers, fishermen, lobstermen. Where would they be without us, and where would we be without them? It's a great team effort. So I've got some fresh grilled local shrimp coming down here on the grill. We've got some sea scallops getting seared, and fresh vegetables as well. I love to grill and roast vegetables. Again, we'll keep it nice and light and healthy.
And I like that little tray. I like that tray you have so that the vegetables don't fall into the charcoal.
Yeah, exactly. It's a little grilling tray. We've got some asparagus, fresh corn. And I want to introduce our guest, Diane, to something that they've probably never done before. Always trust your chef. That's one of my lines. Check it out. You can grill an avocado. You can grill a lemon. And this is going to be part of our finished dish. So we've got our avocado grilling, our lemon, our fresh local shrimp. I'm going to turn our New Bedford sea scallops here. Nice golden brown sear. They eat the eyes first, as we know. So in a minute, I'm going to start plating things up. And this finished dish is going to be seared sea scallops and grilled local shrimp. It's going to be over a bed of edamame, a little Asian flair.
Oh, yum.
Light and healthy. Yeah, so healthy. I love that stuff. And we're going to top it off with a fresh heirloom tomato grilled avocado relish.
Well, we're going to check that out in a moment. I want to tell everybody about a time that Tom came to my house and prepared a wonderful meal for a bunch of my friends. Everybody was blown away by what he did. What was fascinating, though, was when he came to my house, you know, I cleaned up. But when he left, the house was cleaner than when he arrived, because that's one of the best things about you, Tom. You didn't leave any mess.
You know how it works, Diane. It's always my job to make the host look real good. And just per se, the food is terrible. At least the kitchen's clean.
Food is never terrible with you. You also came to my house one time to do a barbecue. Let's tell everybody that you do fancy stuff, but you do the casual Southern. Yeah,
I totally agree. It doesn't have to always be upscale French gourmet. There's nothing wrong with comfort food. We're here in the South, got to get a little pig in your diet, you know, barbecue pig, barbecue chicken, whatever the case may be. If you want homemade lasagna, homemade shepherd's pie, chicken parmesan, I can do it for you. But if you want the fresh and local seafood and fresh fish, groupers are hottest selling fish on the beach, most popular, I can do it.
Now, I was talking to someone recently who said they had you come to their house for a romantic dinner. They were celebrating an anniversary.
Yeah, some anniversary dinners.
Tell me about that.
Some anniversary dinners. They're a lot of fun. I actually had one last week. It was an anniversary dinner for 2 people. A sit-down plated 4-course gourmet dinner. Being a guy, it's always my job to keep the gentleman out of the doghouse, so to speak, you know. So he hired me for a nice sit-down plated 4-course dinner for their anniversary, and a total surprise to the wife. She never knew I was coming. So everybody's happy, and the husband stays out of the doghouse.
Love it. Now, let's talk about seafood for a moment. So many people, whether they're cooking indoors or out on the grill, Tom, they overcook seafood.
And that's definitely an important topic. There's nothing worse than a dried out piece of fish. When you're cooking a grouper, snapper, sea scallops, and shrimp in this case, you don't want to have them overcooked. There's nothing worse than it being a little bit dry. So it's okay to have your scallops a little medium, the mid-well in the center. You know, you don't want to have them nice and stiff. They can be a little fluffy, so nice and moist and more palatable in our mouths as we're eating it. But you're totally right on that, and I agree.
Go ahead and plate it up, and I just wish I was there to eat it.
I know it. I'm teasing you, Diane.
Oh, man, and I love avocado and shrimp and scallops. Yum.
Good stuff.
Who's running the camera for you?
Avocado.
Oh.
This is my lovely fiance, Kim Botkin. She's also going to be a guest at today's lunch. You know, we're going to hook her up here, have her sit at the table and eat a little something. I think she just uses me for food. I'm not quite sure. What do you think, Kim?
Yes.
Well, he looks good. He cooks good. You've done good. You've done good, Kim.
Good food is the way to a woman's heart, Diane.
Yeah.
You know how that goes.
You know, every now and then the camera's freezing up, but you look good even when you're frozen, Tom. Not many people can say that.
Nice. I try. There's a lot of competition. So here, Diane, I'm trying to stay a half inch ahead of her.
That looks really good, that little salsa.
Yeah, look at that. This is fresh heirloom tomatoes, and here's a shot of heirloom tomatoes, what they look like before I dice them up. Look at all those beautiful colors and shapes and sizes. So this is a grilled avocado heirloom tomato relish. I've got a little shallot and garlic in there, some fresh basil. You could put fresh dill. If you don't like garlic or shallots, you could omit it if you'd like. But us chefs, you know, we have a big thing for garlic and shallots and onions, things of that nature. So let's go to the grill. We're going to pull our shrimp off. And we're going to get ready to top things. We've got our scallops as well. So if Kim comes over the plate here, I started that thing off with some Israeli couscous and red quinoa. It's nice and healthy. And here on the bottom, we've got our edamame. We're going to put our scallops on there right now. Look at that beautiful, nice caramelization from our sea scallops.
Beautiful.
Doesn't that look nice? They eat the eyes first, as you know. And we are going to come back to our grill. We're going to take our fresh grilled and roasted vegetables. Look at that. Fresh shuck corn off the cob. And fresh grilled asparagus.
And not overcooked.
No, not at all. And I grilled carrots on the grill. Not many people do that. So you know me, Diane, Chef Tom likes to be a little bit different. You can grill avocados. You can grill lemons. Asparagus, it's endless. Grill onions, whatever you're in the mood for. And that's what I love about food. We're in an endless profession where you can really let your imagination run wild. All right, so we're going to add our fresh local shrimp here coming from Merle's Inlet. And again, shrimp are in season. 'Tis the season, so it doesn't get much better than that.
Terrific. Now, in our last minute, as your fiance Kim zooms in on the food, we want to see Kim. So Kim, I know this could be difficult, but see if you can flip the phone or you can go sit down and, You and Tom are going to get to dine on this food, and I wish I were you sitting there eating the food.
Okay.
Oh, there's
Hi.
Kim. Hi, Kim.
Hi.
Hey, Kim, this is the
How are
girl who
you?
puts up with me for 5 years now.
This is the lucky woman. Tom and Kim, thank you so very much for doing this for us. And you might have been freezing up every now and then, but your voice didn't freeze up, and that's the most important thing.
That's good.
And I'll be calling you
Kim,
soon.
have a seat, and I'm going to feed you.
Oh, okay.
All right.
My mouth is open.
All right. Here we go. We're getting in there.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I can only imagine. It tastes wonderful. Thank you guys so much for being with me today on Inside Out.
All right, everybody cook and eat. Everybody cook and eat well, and always remember, no bland food allowed.
You're right. And bon appetit from Strand Catering, from Tom Mullally and his fiancée Kim. Thanks, guys. Brookgreen Gardens lights up for the summer season. Stay tuned. This month's video features beautiful water lilies that we found in a swamp off of Highway 90. Let's get ready for beautiful Brookgreen Gardens. 'Tis the season, friends, even though we all know April and May were beautiful at Brookgreen, but a lot of us didn't get out there. But there's plenty of reason to get out there now. Lauren Joseph is with us, and she is the Director of Marketing for beautiful Brookgreen Gardens. And Lauren, I wore my most flowery outfit for what I think reminds me of Brookgreen.
And it's so perfect, Diane. I love it.
You've had such a beautiful spring. The weather's been fabulous. But you know, June and July and August are great months to come to Brookgreen.
They really are. And it's, time to support Brookgreen now. We've all had a hard spring, even though it was beautiful weather. A lot of folks not coming out because of the COVID-19 crisis, but we do have social distancing protocols in place, so we are very concerned about our guests, of course, our volunteers, our staff, and our members. And so we're taking a lot of precautions. All of those are kind of outlined on our website, but we do ask people to social distance and buy their tickets ahead of time online on our website, because then you can just have your smartphone scanned and it's no touch.
Oh, that is really awesome. I'm excited about your light program. You all seem to light up everything. I mean, one year was lanterns, and of course we always have Nights of 1,000 Candles, but Brookgreen's all about flora, fauna, and lights.
And art.
Yeah.
That's one of the Bruce Munro at Brookgreen's Southern Light exhibit is really, it's 7 pieces of amazing art that are massive, and it's in light and fiber optics, and each piece is very different and unique in itself. So it's really a wonderful thing to just come and experience. And Bruce, what he really wants people to take away from it is joy. And we all need some more joy in our life, right?
Oh, yeah.
And also our connection with nature and our connection with each other. And it's really a beautiful and joyful experience to walk through this exhibit.
Tell me about Brookgreen University.
Well, Brookgreen University is a program that we actually started in January. It got curtailed a little bit this spring, but we're bringing it back in September. And it's an opportunity there are all kinds of different classes. For instance, we've had one on making leaf casts, things to do in your garden, a class about roses, classes on history. So it's all of the different parts of Brookgreen are represented in Brookgreen University. And some of the classes are free with garden admission. Some of them require a payment depending on if it's a workshop. So it's all going to be available. It's all available on our website, and you can go to Brookgreen University. There's a page on the website, and you can see what all of the offerings are and decide what you want to take. The other great thing is once you go through a semester of Brookgreen U, you get a certificate. And after so many semesters, I think it's 4 semesters, you are a Brookgreen scholar and get a kind of a Brookgreen diploma.
But because of social distancing, there is no graduation.
Exactly.
Finally, Lauren, in our last minute, you got to fill us in, because every year the greatest thing that Brookgreen does, of course, yes, is Nights of 1,000 Candles.
Well, of course, we are always working on Nights of 1,000 Candles. A lot of things that we do for Nights of 1,000 Candles, we kept up for the Bruce Munro exhibit. People will recognize the luminaries on the pathways and actually the lights in the Fountain of the Muses are up. So that's just going along with the Bruce Munro exhibit. So we're going to just roll out of Bruce Munro right into Nights of 1,000 Candles, and it'll be amazing. We'll be after we get to January of next year, I think we're all going to need a vacation.
Yes, you all will for sure, especially with the Bruce Munro exhibit up till 11 o'clock. Mm-hmm. We want to remind everyone, of course, that Nights of 1,000 Candles, you certainly need to order those tickets in advance. Not necessarily now, but certainly before you go to Brookgreen. That's been the new shtick, right?
Right.
Thank you, Lauren, so very much. And I'll be at Brookgreen probably in the next week or two. And I can't wait to see all the great new stuff.
Thank you, Diane. It's always great to see you.
All right, Lauren, thank you so much. And friends, we'll be back. Did you know there's a store affiliated with the Horry County Solid Waste Authority? Let's go shopping next on Inside Out.
Honey, I think I'll adjust the thermostat. It's getting a little cool.
Mom, you don't have to get up to do that. I've installed the HTC Connected Home app on your phone. See, you can adjust the temperature from anywhere. Okay, Mom, I've got to go. Thanks for house sitting. Make sure to lock the door and set the alarm.
No problem. I have everything I need right here.
HTC Self-Install Kit, $0 with 36-month monitoring commitment.
HTC. This is life. Connect with it.
Help for Kids and Backpack Buddies need our support more than ever before. They are feeding hundreds of families throughout our community during this difficult time, not just kids. And so if you can make a donation or prefer to drop off some food items, they will be forever grateful. This is an all-volunteer organization, one of the best in our area. Please help them to help our neighbors. Help for Kids and Backpack Buddies, 2523 Forest Brook Road in Myrtle Beach.
This segment of Inside Out is brought to you by Magnolia's at 26th for good old-fashioned Southern comfort food, where Mama eats.
Over the years, our Horry County Solid Waste Authority has made such a difference in our community in more ways than one, not just in collecting our trash, but in recycling. And I want you to meet the chairman of the board for the Solid Waste Authority. This is Michael Hughes. Michael's my new friend. We've never met in person, but when I see you next time, we're going to be instant friends and we're going to get to hug because this is ridiculous, this FaceTime stuff.
I'll tell you, it's a new thing for me.
New for me too. After 47 years in TV, I've never done anything like this except last month and this month. It is kind of cool though that we can. And I want to talk to you though, Michael, about your job. A lot of people don't understand how the chairman of the board differs from like what Danny Knight does as the executive director.
Okay, well, as the chairman of the board, my function is, we have 7 board members. There's 7 of us on the board, and mine is to chair our over those or rule over those board members. And as we discuss policies and as we discuss other issues that involve the Solid Waste Authority. We do not get in the day-to-day operations of the authority. That is Danny Knight's position. He actually runs the landfill, the MRF, and oversees the business at the landfill. We're more or less involved with policy statement, policy, budget, and making sure that policies are in place so that the Solid Waste Authority can operate efficiently. And I just chair. I'm just one of the votes of the 7-member board.
And the 7-member board, I'm sure, represents the entire county.
The 7-member board represents the entire county. 3 of us are appointed by the League of Cities. The other 4 are appointed by the Horry County Council. Usually a 4-year term limit.
Now you're serving a second 4-year term, so you must be enjoying it.
Well, I do enjoy it. You can serve 2 consecutive terms of 4 years. As the legal city appointees, they will reappoint you, and then the county council approves that. And it's the same thing with the members that have been appointed by the county council. When their 4-year terms is up, they can be reappointed to another 4-year term.
Well, before we talk about Solid Waste Authority business, what do you do when you're not working with the Solid Waste Authority?
Well, I'm a fun guy. I grew up on the farm. I raised belted Galloways, which is a minor breed cow. And so I spend most of my time out on the farm building pastures and working with the cows and gathering hay and playing with ducks and chickens. So I like to be on the outside. That's what I do most of the time.
You got me excited. Before the end of the year, I'm going to come do a farm segment with you.
Got to come and look, and I'm sure you will enjoy them. They're really docile cows. They'll let you pet them. They'll come up and give you a kiss. And you can probably hug one of them, yeah.
Sold. I will be there, Michael. Michael, let's chat for a moment about how this pandemic has influenced the trash collection.
Well, the pandemic has really, in 2 ways. We at the Solid Waste, are an essential business for garbage. So all of our sites have remained open. There has been no change. The operation hours have remained the same. We have done some internal changes so that we can more or less efficiently use the people that we have. We had to go to some other issues like checking and monitoring the employees for fever. Social distances has become a way of the world for the internal employees inside the office, following hand washing procedures and all of those things. And people ask me a lot, well, what did you do before the pandemic? Did you not wash your hands? Yeah, we did, but we're just washing them more often now. So those kind of things have really changed some of the dynamics that we have been doing here at the Solid Waste Authority. as far as the pandemic is concerned.
And I'm sure residential use has been way up as far as trash.
Well, the residential use has really increased. I know people are home, so I'm sure, as well as myself, they got a lot of stuff that they want to get rid of. And so they have a lot of stuff, and they have time. So we have seen a major increase in the amount of stuff in March that had been coming to the recycling centers. In fact, I looked up some numbers, and the ESSA tells me we're up about 9% over March 2019. So I said, well, what does that mean to your viewers if I just tell you 9%? So in last March, we did 7,096 tons of recycling materials. This year, we've done 7,907. So people have just been bringing in a little everything. And so one of the things that we've asked, though, is that people kind of keep the social distances as they come. It has caused us to fill up the containers. In fact, and sometimes the containers are filled quicker than we can empty them. So you may come, especially on the weekend, and I kind of ride around and look at the centers to see what's going on. And you may come, and there is garbage on the ground, because sometimes the containers fill up faster than we can empty them. But we ask people to be patient with us. I have seen a slight downturn in April, but March and the beginning of April, it was just flooded at all of our centers, and we have 24 of them.
And obviously, people are doing a much better job over the years of recycling. And by the way, Michael, I was the original recycling lady about 30 years ago.
I remember
when
you.
I was young and in my prime.
and you're still young and in your prime.
Thank you, honey. But people are recycling. I notice when we go to the recycling centers, people respect it. They know what to do because it's right for the environment.
Well, I think, you've done a great job. They've done a great job here.
Esther's done a great job.
Esther has done a tremendous job, and her staff is getting out and talking more about recycling and getting out into the schools and getting on the news media and just actually giving people information about recycling. And then we have a lot of people who move into the area that comes from places that are used to recycling. And so all of that has helped. And the cities and the counties have been great in pitching in the recycling effort, which has been great for us.
Tell me about the store, because that's fairly new. A lot of people might not be aware of this great facility on Highway 90.
Well, you'll love the store. In 2011, the Horry County Council of Agents and the Solid Waste Authority came into a partnership where we actually use the store. People donate items that can be reused, refurbished, or repurposed. And so you can come to the store and buy these items. You can buy anything from furniture to lawn materials, glassware, cookware. It's just absolutely gorgeous. And it's things, you've heard the things that one man trashes, another man's trophy. They've got all kinds of things there that you can come and look at. And so it's a beautiful place to come for people who like antiques, or just looking for furniture and stuff that they can use. And the other thing is it helps the landfill because it keeps a lot of those bulk items like dressers and all those kinds of things out of the landfill, and other people can use them. They can reuse them.
So, Michael, let's talk about anything that's new that our viewers need to know for Horry County, and what does the future hold for our landfill?
Well, what's new is we have, like I said, did a major improvement for the MRF, which is our material center, where we do all our recyclables. We did about a $3 million upgrade, and that will help us be more efficient with the recycling material that we have come in, which means we can divert more from the landfill. And so that gives us more room, more airspace is what we call it in the landfill, more days of capacity. So right now at a rate of recycling and what we have going in the landfill, we estimate that the landfill would be functionable until the year 2043.
Then what do we do?
Well, that's something that we have to. We got some plans that we may be able to extend it for another 10 years, but that's plans that we have to go through, get approval and all those kinds of things. And that's one of the things the board looks at. And so that's something on the table. And so we're working on that, but I don't have any concrete plans. But after 2043, then we have to have other things.
And so it's something you're thinking about already?
Something we're thinking about already. That may spend another 10 or 15 years. And so we're always thinking of ways to try to reduce the amount of stuff that goes into the landfill to extend the life of the landfill. And that's why we ask people if they reduce the amount of stuff that they have. That all helps us. So we need everybody, cities, citizens, everybody in the county to think about the stuff that they do. Because the least amount of stuff that we put into the landfill, the longer it will last.
Michael Hughes, thank you so much. You're so knowledgeable. You've educated us beautifully. We thank you, and I'm coming out to the farm before the end of the year, my friend.
Okay, listen, I really appreciate it, and thank you for being the first of the recycling.
You better believe it. Remember, reduce, reuse, recycle, protecting tomorrow's environment today. Our Horry County Solid Waste Authority. They're always there to help us. Now it's our turn to help them. The American Red Cross, coming up. Proper serving, proper distancing. We're into safety at Magnolia's. Our staff now plates your food with all your favorite choices from the buffet, salad bar, and dessert bar. And it's still all you can eat. There's also breakfast, evening, and an expanded Sunday buffet. Mama says she can't cook it that cheap. Plus, the kids will love the yummy ice cream machine. Magnolia's, good old Southern comfort food. It's where Mama eats.
As fellow community members, HTC believes in helping friends and neighbors protect what matters most. With integrated home technology, I can control my home and security system from my smartphone. HTC Security makes my job easier and keeps my world running smoothly, no matter where the day takes me. HTC brings reliable, world-class security right here to Horry and Georgetown counties because you are here, and so are we.
Upgrade your security with the video doorbell from HTC.
HTC. This is life. Connect with it.
This segment of HTC Inside Out is presented by the McGuire Law Firm. Be kind today and tomorrow.
Well, we all know how wonderful the American Red Cross is. They do so many wonderful things in the way of blood drives and hurricane preparedness. But there is a new person in charge of our area, and I want you to meet her because I've already fallen in love with her. This is Amy Brauner. Amy, give us your official title.
Hi, I'm Amy, and I'm the Executive Director for Eastern South Carolina.
And this chapter covers what areas?
This covers the northern part of Georgetown County, all of Horry County, and then we also cover Florence and Dillon through Chesterfield.
That's a big area.
It is.
But you're the perfect person because prior to coming here, Amy, you worked for the national office. Tell me about your job.
I did. I worked for the national headquarters for the Red Cross for over 5 years, and one of the things that I did was launch Sound the Alarm, which is a national program to install free smoke alarms in homes in vulnerable communities. We also canvass neighborhoods, check those smoke alarms, and provide people with safety tips. I was lucky enough to move down to Myrtle Beach to become the executive director in September of 2018. My first day on the job was September 10th, and on the 11th, we opened 16 shelters to help support the Hurricane Florence.
Welcome to town, right, Amy?
Yes.
What a welcome. So
what a welcome.
So really, fire and brimstone, you came right in here, bang.
And I love this community. Talk about a group of people who love to come together to help one another. I couldn't be more proud for the work that we do.
Well, let's talk about blood donations and plasma donations. My phone's been ringing off the hook because my husband is a huge donator of both. But I heard that we're pretty desperate, maybe even more than ever.
Yes, first, thank you to your husband and to all of those blood donors. As the summer months approach, and we know we love to go to the beach, and schools are not in session, we're competing with people's times. But those people in the hospital, they still need blood. So we're asking people to please roll up your sleeve. It'll take about 1 hour from start to finish, and you can help save up to 3 people.
Well, Amy, with the COVID virus, I know that plasma is needed, and there's a way to test to see if people have strong antibodies and can help other people. How's that working?
The Red Cross has been appointed by the FDA to lead the charge for convalescent blood along with our partners. So if you have tested positive for COVID and then you are now testing negative, you've already gone through that, you can go to the redcrossblood.org website or a fixed site like we have in Carolina Forest to donate plasma. That plasma will then be tested and can be transfused into somebody who currently has COVID. It can be very life-saving.
We've seen that on the national news, so we really want people to step up to the plate and get tested and see if you can help out. And Red Cross can help you figure all of that out. Now let's talk about platelets, because through platelets you can also save people.
Oh, platelet donations are so important. These platelets only have a shelf life of 5 days. So by the time you donate it and it gets tested, you don't have much time for it to be infused to somebody else. And they're really used for cancer patients. The need is always there.
I was thrilled to hear too, Amy, that this chapter has combined an executive director who's not over blood donations, but hurricanes, because before there were 2 separate divisions. This is a winner.
You know, we are one Red Cross, and we believe that when you talk to somebody from the Red Cross, they should be able to help you with anything. And that's why we're here, to help our community members. So if you have a question about humanitarian services or blood services, disaster volunteering, please just give us a call.
And I'm sure you do need volunteers, whether it's volunteers for to help with blood mobiles in the future, blood donations, or for hurricanes. You need all sorts of volunteers who can offer, a fair amount of time.
Absolutely. We ask that volunteers can commit to a minimum of 4 hours a month. That's not very much. And you can do anything with the Red Cross, whether it's greeting people at our blood donation drives, if you want to answer phones from your couch, to help our military personnel through our service to the armed forces. We want to be right there on the front lines responding to the home fires, to be that warm person next to that family in the wake of their disasters.
Now, I heard you had a little suitcase down by your feet there somewhere, and you wanted to share some great information with us. This is some sort of hurricane kit.
It is. I've got my own hurricane preparedness kit, and inside I've got water, a flashlight, and something that we all need is a phone charger. We want to make sure that everybody's prepared. Now is the time to check that kit and get ready for hurricane season. Even though we hope it's canceled, we want to be prepared. So
this is the sort of thing, too, that we're talking about, having a hurricane kit prepared in case you're staying home, as well as if you're going to a shelter. Be prepared.
Please. And you can download the Red Cross app for free on your smartphone. It will also let you know where the shelters are. You might consider checking in with your county to make sure which shelters are going to be open when the time comes.
So we haven't talked about fires, and the American Red Cross is always there for a family that loses everything or even in part, and you're there to lend a hand and a heart.
Our volunteers are responding to home fires almost every day in our community. You might not see our Red Cross vehicles around, but we're there for you whenever you need us.
Tell me what's new. Is there anything new before we wrap it up that I might not think to ask?
Oh, one of the great things is you can track your blood journey from when it comes out of your arm to the laboratory to which hospitals it's going to go. You can get it one of two ways. One is on the blood donor app, Red Cross blood donor app, or we will send you an email as soon as it hits that hospital.
That is wonderful. That means so much to people to know really where it goes and how it has helped. Amy, I know you're going to do great things. You already are in our community, and we're lucky to have you here. Thanks for this great information. Keep on keeping on and keep doing this great work with the American Red Cross.
Thank you so much.
You bet,
Proud
Amy.
to be here.
Thank you, honey.
Bye.
Yikes! It's kitten season. Find out more from Kind Keepers Animal Rescue coming up right after this.
The bedrock principle that drives our law firm is our unyielding dedication to working for the best interests of our clients.
The whole staff of the firm were very welcoming and nurturing to us. Everyone in the family was cared for.
This firm has made us feel so welcome and comforted, stepping us through and making us feel like family.
We will take care of you and make sure that you're treated fairly and treated properly.
So everyone knows this is puppy and kitten season and has been for the past couple of months. So all of our animal sanctuaries throughout the community need our help. Meet Kind Keeper in North Myrtle Beach. This is Petrina Bartel and Lion, who has the same color hair as you. You could be its mommy.
We matched today. That's my boy.
Tell me about Kind Keeper. How long have you been around?
Kind Keeper was started in 2014. It has grown slowly. In the past year or so, it's really, Lion's decided to leave the interview, has really taken off. We are a volunteer-based rescue. We're a no-kill nonprofit in North Myrtle Beach. We don't receive any kind of government funding. So all of our proceeds from our adoptions, and we count on donations, and our fundraisers all go to care for the animals.
My goodness, that's a tough road to plow when you don't have any government funding, so you do need a lot of help.
We do. We need help in the ways of donations. We could always use supplies. You can go to our Facebook page. Unfortunately, we're always in need of puppy and kitten food because we get a lot of those in. And other cleaning supplies and, floor cleaner, laundry detergent. We have laundry and dishes like any household.
Sure.
So we need those things. We need people to come out and help, people to socialize the animals. The more socialized they are, the better family members. And that's what we're really looking for. We're looking for families. We want these animals to be a part of someone's family for the rest of their lives. You'll have a dog, up to 13 to 16 years. You'll have a cat up to 20. Sometimes people have more than that. So this is a long commitment. And we expect that the homes that we match our animals to is where they'll be for the next 13 to 20 years.
I want everyone to know, Petrina, that I met her at the home show sponsored by the Horry Georgetown Home Builders Association.
Yes.
You had the most magnificent booth, and may I say, some of the nicest volunteers I have seen. So I know you need more.
We do. We have a great bunch of volunteers, but not everybody wants to volunteer every day or every week or even every month. Even if we just have that volunteer that wants to come out during the Christmas season or when they're in Myrtle Beach. We have some people that live up north that come down here in the wintertime. We will take any volunteer that wants to help. We have tons of jobs. If you want to help from home, if you are retired and you were a great marketer and you could help us with brochures or getting the word out, or everybody has something they can add to this organization. We are really, a family here, and we come together and we pull from everyone's strengths. We have some people that no longer want to have a pet in their home because they want to travel in their retirement years. So they come in here and they clean kennels, and they brush animals, and they give them baths, and with the time that they have. And we'll take that. I mean, these animals, the more people they interact with, the better. The more that they can be socialized, the more friendly they're going to be to everyone, and the better fit they're going to be in a family.
Now, even though you do have dogs and cats, you said you wanted your theme today to be kittens because you are loaded.
Yes. Well, it's the tail end of kitten season. Springtime, there's a huge boom in kittens. So now's when we're looking for homes for them because they're old enough. If you just spay and neuter your cats, even if they're house cats, if you have that one chance for them to get out, that could be a litter of kittens. One cat that's not spayed in 9 years can produce 11 million kittens.
What?
In 9 years. So if that cat doesn't get spayed, all of its offspring doesn't get sprayed, you now have 11 million cats. That's from the Humane Society of America. That's just a crazy number. That's one cat. You can prevent that by spaying or neutering your cats and kittens. Just get it done. And you can go to spayusa.org. It's sponsored by North Shore Animal League. And they will put you in touch with low spay cooperating veterinarians, where if you have a cat in your neighborhood, that's the stray of the neighborhood, get that animal spayed. It costs not a lot of money with these guys helping you, and then you prevent all these unwanted animals coming into the world for the next 9 years. And plus, then that cat keeps all the other cats away. You won't have 10 cats in your backyard because it's not going to have a litter of kittens.
And I heard, Petrina, that Kind Keeper has a dream, a big dream, that can be fulfilled with the help of the community.
Yes, we do. We are in the plans of making a new facility. By this new facility, we can help twice as many animals as we're helping now. We want to have a clinic where we can do spay and neuter for low-income families. We want to have a food bank. We want it to be a community place for animals and animal families. So please, if you're interested, our new website has all our plans spelled out there. You can investigate further. You can help with fundraising. If you know a contractor that can help out, anything that, dream of a new building, what would be perfect. Sorry, I just had a kitten bite my toe.
Well, go ahead and pick them up. Go ahead, pick them up one more time so we can see them. Oh my goodness, there's Lion. Okay, I mean, biting your toe, that's not a fun interview. So we want to help make your dream come true. So we're going to give everyone your website and your phone number, Petrina. I hope you'll get some volunteers. You're obviously doing some great work up there. Thank you for keeping the little kittens and cats off the street, and the puppies and dogs too. Thank you, dear. Best wishes.
You're invited to the ribbon cutting ceremony when the building's done, okay?
I'll be there. Thanks, Petrina.
All right.
As we close, I want you to see what has to be the tallest Confederate jasmine in all of our community. And it happens to be in my backyard. Over 20 years ago, Chuck and I planted 2 Confederate jasmine at the base of 2 pine trees. And it grew, and it grew, and it grew, kind of like Jack and the Beanstalk. But I have to tell you, it smells great. Thanks for joining me for this edition of Inside Out, and I'll see you next month.
Inside Out is presented by HTC. This is Life. Connect with it. And Magnolias at 26th for good old-fashioned Southern comfort food where Mama eats. Along with the McGuire Law Firm. Be kind today and tomorrow.